was a girl I used to see, and we were having a conversation about if a guy is fat, will it affect her attraction towards that guy? And will it make a difference truly? And she said that it doesn't truly make a difference. The weirdest thing was, at that exact same time, there was a guy who I would say actually was funnier than me, may have even had better chat than me. He was trying with that same girl, and he had come back to me and say that it went well, she was loving it, she was enjoying the interaction, he's gonna pull her, it's amazing. And then I'd ask that exact same person what he said, and she would tell me the complete opposite, that it's coming off a bit weird and a bit creepy. Meanwhile, this girl was actually seeing me, and we were getting together, and we were having a good time together. We had a good connection and all that stuff, and I said to her, does it make a difference? And she was just saying, no, it doesn't. She was like, oh, there's just something off with him. And I was saying, what is off with him? And she's like, oh no, I don't know what it is. He's charming and all this, but there's just something off with him. And I've also had other conversations with other women, and they admit it straight up. They admit it straight up to me, where they're like, if a guy's out of shape and he's fat and he didn't take care of himself, they didn't want anything to do with him. They didn't want anything to do with him. They find it quite disgusting, and they don't find it attractive at all. There's a big lesson in this that I truly learned, and that was to trust how a person acts and not what they say, especially with these girls. Trust how they act and not what they say. It's almost one of these things where a girl was split up with her boyfriend, and then before you know it, she's back with him, and she's telling you he's a prick, he's a dickhead, or I'll never do anything with him again. Suddenly, she's back with him. And this is the thing, you've got to trust how a person acts and not what they say. And this is the biggest lesson I've truly learned with this stuff and with seeing girls and all this stuff, is you got to trust how they act. I've had it so many times where I've listened to what they say. Nowadays, I don't listen to what they say. I watch how they act. I don't listen to what they say really. I don't believe stuff until it's actually happened, if that makes sense. It's a crazy lesson, and it's a very important lesson that we all need to know. I've had it in the past where people have lied to me, and girls have lied to me. Sorry, my cat's just fucking jumping around there. And they've lied to me, and they've said stuff that they promised they would fulfill, and they don't fulfill it, and they act in a completely different way. If you watch how someone acts, it tells a lot about them on a personal level. If someone acts undisciplined and they act sporadic, they don't listen to what you say, they don't actually go along with what you want, they say they'll do this for you and they don't act like that. That's who they are to you. That is who they are to you. You can't always trust this stuff, because I've found when someone does that once, it's so easy for them to do it again. If someone disrespects your decision, doesn't follow through with what they say, it's so easy for them to do it again. Don't fall into this stuff with them. Don't fall into this stuff with people in general. Always look how someone acts. Don't listen to what they say, because anybody can say anything. I can say anything on this camera, and I can say it with conviction, I can say it with belief and all this, and you might believe me. I can make up any story. I haven't made up stories, of course, but I could make up anything, and you lot can believe me at face value because I say it with conviction and I believe it. But if there's no evidence behind it, if there's nothing that is supporting what I'm saying, then why would you believe me? Why would you listen to me? You wouldn't. And this is the thing. We need to look through a lot of this stuff. I feel like a way a person acts says way more than how they are on a personal level. These women, some of them can act crazy. They can act mad. They can act crazy, and they'll tell you one thing and do another. They'll say one thing and do the other. And you just need to have your mind screwed on with this, and a logical mindset with this stuff, with yourself more importantly. Maybe not with her actions, just accept it. If it isn't what you like, leave it, let it go. If she didn't respect you, just accept it, move on. And this is what I've understood. When you have this mindset where you just accept things and you just move on from it, and you don't actually give too much thought into it, more importantly, especially when someone acts like that and they say one thing, they're proving to you who they truly are. They're proving to you how they actually are. Don't fall for all this shit. Don't fall for what people say. The amount of people I've had in my life, not just women, but guys as well, who have said they'll do this for me, like friends and everything, and they never follow through with that promise, is unbelievable. And you will have people like that, but always just look at how someone acts. That's the main takeaway from this. Even though that's a harsher way of looking at it, and it may hurt your feelings or make you emotional or whatever, always look at it from that perspective. Don't look at it from the other perspective where, oh, they've said they're going to do this and I believe them this time, even though they've done me wrong 25 times before, but this time they said they will, and they never truly follow through with it. You're just delusional then, and you're falling into their delusion then. Don't listen to what they say. always look between how they act. And this is the biggest lesson I've learned with all of this stuff. Hope you lot got a lot of value. Do you want to build a physique where you're happy and proud and grateful in yourself? If so, shoot me an email at rolllouis23@gmail.com. I'm taking on clients again now. Thank you.